Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your always great support. I usually don't take it for granted. Again, by supporting me in this video, ensure you like the video. I've realized that sometimes you bump into the video, you watch, and you forget liking. So please do me a favor, ensure you like the video. Thank you so much for that like. Ladies and gentlemen, the CNN journalist Larry Madowo has decided not to rest but to expose William Samoei Ruto. The tweet of Larry Madowo is like creating a lot of conversation in social media, as what he's saying is this: 48 African leaders in Seoul for Korea Africa Summit. Why do they keep showing up when summoned by a single country when there is an African Union? So the argument of Larry Madowo, based on what William Ruto said when he had a standing ovation during his speech at a certain meeting of African Union Commission.
That the Troika is going to represent Africa. The chair, the current chair, the past chair, the chair that is coming, and the heads of our regional economic commissions, about 6-7 people. But what happens continuously? When others want to engage with us, they don't want to deal with the Troika. They want to invite 50 heads of state. So we go to a meeting, just explain to me what kind of outcome you expect where 50 heads of state are sitting. Everybody is asked for speak to 1.5 minutes. You speak to for 1.5 minutes. What kind of engagement are you going to get? You're going to get nothing, right? The best that you get is photographs. That's it. Precisely. You get these photographs. They normally line us up somewhere, you know, crowd of 50 heads of state. You know, and that's all we come home with, you know.
So people are coming out to wonder, as the photos that are now circulating in social media of William Ruto being part of those presidents aligned for just to take a photo. And this is what William Ruto said, that we were not going to be summoned, we all 54 African presidents, to these summits, because when we go there, we usually being given 2 or 1.5 minutes to give our speech. But later on, something that we benefit from the summit is not there. The only thing they will benefit from was to align themselves, have photos, then go back to their respective countries with those photos. That is what William Ruto said. But at the same time, William Ruto's speech was so much endorsed, and even having a standing ovation was a clear indication that Africa was going to have a new path. Because this was something that they discussed, as William Ruto claimed that US Africa Summit, they were frustrated, they were blackmailed, as they were squeezed into school bus. They act like school kids being squeezed into one bus. But again, they need dignity, they need respect, you know. But as the way they were treated in US Africa Summit was not appealing to them. But at the same time, these individuals wamekuwa na different summits across the world. But the same thing they promised the world. They were not going to attend those summits. They were just going to send their representatives. Now, as you speak, 48 of African presidents attended this Korea Africa summit, as we are asking ourselves, who came out telling these leaders that we are no longer going to attend this summit? It was William Samoei Ruto. And even if you look at the photos, William Ruto is trying to hide, if this is something that he never said, I know and I believe that William Samoei Ruto could have been in front. But because the videos that are circulating in social media where William Ruto is trying to castigate these individuals who are summoning them, now is giving William Ruto a lot of tensions and is trying to just hide so that at least the photo should not capture him. But the reality is the man lied to these African presidents, because if truly he was the man that was pushing this representation hard, then William Ruto could have been among those presidents that hawangekuwa wana line up, wana have photos, You see, I'm not seeing Yoweri Museveni here. Yoweri Museveni sent his vice president, but others are there, and also several African presidents are not there. Maybe either some issues like elections, maybe, let me say that. Am I seeing Cyril Ramaphosa here? I'm not seeing, but I think they have sent their representatives. So I think Larry Madowo is coming out to revamp what William Ruto told Africans. He acted like a Pan-Africanist, but later on he's betraying what he said. So it is not for the first time we are trying to remind you Kenyans and also Africans. Remember one thing, William Ruto told us that they were not going to be summoned by one president. They were not going to be summoned by one president. Then African Union Commission chair with other selected members in African Union Commission, they were going to represent them. And these issues were going to be discussed inclusively. But what we have seen, it is now coming to hand to William Ruto as what they agreed, it is not what they are saying. How can you trust a man who said those words, but at the same time he's saying, don't go this side? During the night, he is in this side. So I think with time, William Ruto will come up with reality. That next time, if you are addressing these African presidents, don't take them like kids, Don't take them like kids. And that is why sometimes I realize that William Ruto is not a man that is being trusted with these African presidents. Let me not so much propagate, but the reality is that some African presidents, they usually have their own views and their own stance. They will just attend the meetings, but it is not easy for them to be exploited. Look at Yoweri Museveni, look at Paul Kagame. I know some even individuals are even saying that those are traitors, but the reality is these individuals, they have been there for a long period of time. And when you look at their stand, it is strong, and actually is indicating a clear indication that they have the reason why when they are in this summit, there are certain things they cannot say, there are certain things they can say. But our President William Ruto is a man that when he's just being given the podium, he will say what he can say so that he can be popular. He wants to be a celeb president, wants to be recognized by everyone. But again, if you are a president, you're already being recognized. Why are you forcing yourself with certain words that will betray you? So I think the Larry Madowo statement was very clear, and I supported him. Even myself yesterday during the night, I asked myself, why is it again William Ruto lining himself, having photos with other African presidents? And they said this was not going to happen. They were going to have a single conversation. If it is Korea-Africa Summit, then Kenya to have conversation with Korea, Tanzania to have conversation with Tanzania, with the Korea, Ghana the same to Nigeria. Those were the agreement that these individuals had. But now, William Ruto is among those individuals lining themselves, having photos. But he rejected earlier on. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till you meet in another video.